Hey, hey, hey. How's everybody doing on this Super Bowl Sunday? I thought I would do something slightly different today. A little bit of a tutorial on how to talk on YouTube. And I've been thinking about how I do it because I don't really pay attention. I'm not really watching myself do it. I'm sort of framing my face, and I don't really think about it much or about how I how I step over branches. There's a branch back there. How I get my shoes caught in branches. I think it's an acquired skill is doing this YouTube thing. If you're vlogging or podcasting or whatever you call it, I think a good rule of thumb is to not get intimidated or get disappointed right away, because it's not a natural thing to be pointing a camera at yourself and talking into your screen, which is what I do. Is I'm looking at myself in my cell phone and I'm talking to myself essentially, but in my mind I'm picturing people watching this. I'm picturing an audience. Busy day for the Super Bowl. People honking. A lot of honkers. Wow. Look at all these cars. Look at all these honkers going to their Super Bowl parties, I guess, or going out to get some food. This busy intersection downtown in Fruitville here in 41. A very busy section. Just have to give me a pause here for crossing the street, because it's kind of hard to focus while you're trying to wait
to cross U.S. 41.
Got the old white crossing guy. I like hearing that thing say, wait. So, I'm not a natural speaker by a trade or anything. I've never taken speech classes. The only real training I've had is when I went to college. We used to have to produce TV shows when I did television production, and I would have to be on the TV show, which I don't know if it helped me get over the phobia of being on TV now. It's a big difference between having a big TV camera pointed at you and somebody else doing it and holding it yourself. For some reason, mentally, I am better at doing this when I'm just holding the camera. But for some reason, when I get on a tripod, it's very different for me, because it's like the camera is not part of me. But right now, my hand is actually holding the camera. So I think to start off, you try to get a feel for how far do I need to be. Do I need to be this close, or do I need to be this close? That would be something that you would need to practice. Hopefully your cell phone has a wide enough, or your camera. It's difficult to do when you have a camera and you can't see yourself. That's very difficult. I actually done that before, and that's why I switched over to the cell phone, because I can see myself. And do I need to be this far away? Well, when the traffic is heavy and the noise is louder, then maybe you'd get a little closer, so or it's windy, which it is windy today. You can see that green thing flapping. And the other thing is, do you want yourself on camera the whole time? Like, I'm talking to you, so my rule is, like, if I'm specifically addressing you and there's nothing to see over here, then I would flip the camera out. If I'm talking about the street, then you should be pointing at the street. If I'm talking about the trees, the building, etc. And I don't really enjoy seeing myself the whole time. Usually if I'm editing, then that's what I get stuck with, is me. I'm gonna flip it around because I have the feeling the wind's blowing in the camera again. It's so weird. When I leave my house, it's not windy at all. You come out here to the water, and there's the guy in the red car just beeped at me. I wonder if he's a YouTuber or does the camera stuff. Maybe he thought I was filming him because it looks like I'm pointing the camera toward him. So, just a quick review. And pointing the camera, figuring out how close you need to be, and figuring out your framing. Do I need to be like this, or do I need to be like this? Or so I'm kind of holding my arms stiff in a kind of fixed position, and then I'm actually looking where I'm walking. Now some people they're just vlogging at home in front of a camera, so it's more like this. Hey everybody, hey everybody on YouTube, what's going on? That does make it a lot simpler. But if you like to go out and do videos outside where you're into this position where you need to talk, and I don't think, when I used to start, I used to watch other people do it, and I sort of tried to watch how they did it and what was the most comfortable way that they were doing it. Well, a lot of people I watch kind of do it to where they have the camera is partly away from them, so you feel like you're where they are. You're presenting yourself in the surroundings to where they are. That makes sense, right? So you're kind of a little bit in the virtual with them, because I just don't feel like you need to see my eyes the whole time, So that's something that I'm conscious of, is how long is the camera on me? Am I making a special point that I need to see you and you need to see my eyes? Or are we just walking and talking? We're just talking about a subject. I don't think I need to be on camera there. That doesn't feel. So I come from a television background. One of my first jobs was working in a TV studio at a local ABC station. And I used to do the camera that's on the big stand with the two little handles and the monitor, all that camera stuff. Nowadays, more and more it's robotic. So you're not even actually standing behind a camera. But that was my first job, my first full-time job. I did some freelance jobs in between here and there. Usually you start out as a grip. That would be usually your first day on the job. You'd be getting paid, $10 an hour or whatever it was, $15 an hour. This is back in the 90s, by the way. So $10 an hour wasn't so bad. $10 now is not as fun. Is that I think my first official job, I think, was working with a guy doing a documentary on alligators. And they were going to send the video overseas for some network or a film that they were doing. I never got the real specifics of what exactly the footage is going for. So doing that, you might think I need to go back and edit over that. But I just think it's just funny when I stumble, and I usually leave it in because it sort of humanizes me. I'm not on network television, and it's more accepted to be more human, more fallible. So I usually leave that stuff in, unless I really say something I don't like, then I would edit up. But I like the idea that this feels more like a live thing. Like you guys are actually here with me in real time. There's no edits. And for me, it's more challenging to do a real-time video and actually speak for 15 to 20 minutes and not completely just lose my train of thought. It is a real challenge, and it feels more genuine. That's why I like doing this style better. I used to watch these guys who used to do like 45-minute videos from like Disney World, or they would just be walking downtown. This guy named Justin Scard used to do these videos, and he still does, but he edits them, and I don't enjoy it as much in the edited sense, to where everything's perfect and everything he says is rehearsed like that. I just really enjoyed this style of sort of a loose conversation, and there had been times where I had been maybe lonely, and it feels like we're having a conversation, or I am kind of there. I get to go to Disney World too. Maybe I was stuck at home or something, and especially if I was sick or something, I couldn't get out and do something. So these are my advice tips. So if you notice what I'm doing now is what I've been trying to notice is that sometimes I'm looking at the camera, sometimes I'm just looking forward. I don't think I need to be staring into the camera. That takes a while to get used to, and definitely repetition will help you get past a phobia of seeing yourself. If you're like really super self-conscious, which I definitely was about 5 years ago when I started doing this. You know, I have crooked teeth and I've got some scars on my face that I don't like, and my ears are all weird, and my eyebrows. Your biggest critic is you, usually. If you think that other people are noticing that you have a scar on your face or a zit or something, probably not. They're probably more, hopefully they're more interested in hearing what you have to say and are more interested there rather than looking at the face. Maybe the first couple views you're like, why does that guy have weird eyes? Or why is that guy, you know, what's wrong with his neck, his Adam's apple? I'm not saying that I'm super beautiful. I've just gotten over that. And I don't watch my videos very often. If I watch my videos, I try to listen to them more than I do watch my face, because I don't know if you ever get used to seeing yourself. I think in my camera everything's reversed also, so I'm seeing a reversed image much like I would in the mirror. When you see, if you've ever thought about this, and then I don't think about it that much, but the truth is that when you're filming yourself, like on my old camera, you're seeing yourself in a flipped image of what you would normally see, so your face does not look like it's supposed to. It's flipped. This camera, let's see, it shoots me as a mirror, I think would be. So I'm getting the mirrored view. I'm holding my hand out because on my other camera, it used to be flipped, and it was really, it took a while to get used to. If I put my hand up this side, it would actually be on the other side. But Samsung, for some reason, has figured out that it's easier to film yourself, selfie-wise, I guess, if they flip the screen. And I've gotten so used to this phone over the last 2 years that I'm used to. So I don't know what most cameras do. Like I said, my old HTC used to be the opposite direction. So I'd go to point, and I'd actually have to point with the other hand. It was one of those mirror tricks where you have to like figure out. Anyway, so a couple things to think about. Do I need to be on camera the whole time? Am I holding the camera too close? Or am I holding the camera up my nose? Well, this isn't really a flattering, a flattering angle is like this. This is not, I don't think this does any favors for anybody. I think that a lot of the people take selfies from up here because it tends to make you look slimmer or better. And it's overall more, well, if you do it like that, you're seeing the ground. So that's why I hold it about eye level, roughly. And like I said, it doesn't always need to be right in your face. We don't always need to be this close. Generally, if you were walking next to somebody having a conversation, maybe you'd be this close. My shoulders get sore. That's why it's hard for me to hold the camera out like this. Because I could, and I used to have a selfie stick too, right? Because my camera was too close. I would always notice I would start out like this, and then I would get closer, and I'd be like, I don't want to see, I don't need to be in your computer or your phone. I don't need to be inside. We don't need to be this close. So that may help you out too. If you have a little selfie stick that you can hold out, it helps your arms a lot from your arms hurting. I'm trying to think, I'm running through all the things that I was thinking about making this video. I don't have a checklist. So those are some general rules of thumb. It just takes time for you to get used to talking to a piece of plastic and metal, which is this thing. That takes acquired skill. Now maybe if you've already had experience in talking to people, you can just relay that over. But I think the reason I've gotten comfortable is just doing it 100 times. You know, I probably have over 300 to 400, maybe more than that, videos that I've done. And it's gotten easier because I've just started to, I've taught myself to just forget about this and just talk and have a conversation and not say, I think that's one conscious thing that I've really worked on, is not, sometimes it helps if you drink some coffee or have a caffeinated beverage. so your mind will work a little bit quicker. I kind of had a couple sips of some energy drink, so that sort of helps speed your mind up. So if this has helped you, a little what do you call it? A little lesson on how to talk to a camera. Let me know. Put comments in the comment box where they're supposed to go. Don't put them in the closet. And hopefully you heard this because the wind is gusting. See the trees. We've had this offshore wind from, I guess, the nor'easter or something. Anyway, just let me know in the comments. I always love to entertain comments. Like I said, sometimes YouTube has been weird where the comment will pop up the notifications, but then when I go to the video, it's not there. I still haven't figured out what that is. I can see it when you push the notifications bell. Then I go to the video, there's no comment. There's nowhere. And I've checked all the boxes where sometimes they put your comments in a place that's like comments that are not, have not been authorized. There's a little spot there. Still haven't figured out what that's about. So maybe that's a bug they're still working out at YouTube. Anyway, here's a little nice dog and some people walking their cute little dog. We have a lot of cute dogs here. And people love to come out and walk their dog. Especially the weather is like, 70 degrees, nice and cool. Here's a bunch of construction brothers, a bunch of Kelly Brothers Construction. There's a sign that says Kelly Brothers there. Okay, so here would be my last tip, just as an afterthought. You don't have to be like a newscaster to do, or a television personality. Hi everybody, my name's John Swift. It's so nice to have you on my channel. Today we'll be talking about talking into a camera, how to present yourself. My advice would be try to bring your personality into it and not mold your personality into what you think you should be. As far as being a podcaster, try to bring your personality into it. I've seen people who imitate other people on YouTube. Roll the mic up. And anyway, they sort of think that's the way you need to talk. Well, if you can be as much yourself. Can you hear all these birds? There's like 80 million crows. Look at all those crows. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't be afraid to bring your own personality. Try to imagine if you're sending this video to a friend or something like that, and I think that's really the best way to imagine or get into mindset is you're having a conversation with a friend and you're going to send them a tape, and that's how I approach this whole YouTube thing. If like I said, just drop me a comment. If I don't see your comment, I'm sorry I can't answer it. Anyway, Super Bowl today. The Bucs are going to win, of course, so there's no point in watching. Shoot me an email. Make sure you go subscribe to John Swift DIY. Try to drop that, should be in the comments box where you can find that link, or just type in Mr. John Swift DIY and subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. And I'm gonna let you guys watch the Super Bowl. You guys have a great day. It's beautiful weather, and the Super Bucs are gonna win, so sorry Kansas City. We'll see you guys later. Take care.